Hey everyone, Miv here and welcome back to my completionist playthrough of the Baldur's Gate Saga with the SCS mod. Anyway, it's time to finally tackle the Iron Throne mines in Cloakwood. So let's just proceed to the last map in this general area. Of course we have another ambush. And on this one we have to be a little careful with our positioning. And let's just use this to remove her poison.
It is done.
Yes. A simple matter.
Your concern?
What fun?
Give
Your
us
life.
victory!
Alright. Let's just quick looting. Disarm the trap.
It is done.
And we're ready to proceed. There's going to be a lot to do now. And in the mines, this is where SCS just kind of stops caring. This is in the mines there's going to be a couple of high-level spellcasters. And those fights can be pretty ridiculous. Especially the final one with Dave, Daviorn. We're going to have to employ some very special tactics there. Right, finally we have arrived. And I'm going to just go north quickly, because I think not many people realize, because there's not much point in exploring this map, and I didn't certainly know about this for a long time. There is actually an encounter here. Because basically where we need to go is down here, there's a bridge, and through that bridge we can enter the Iron Throne complex there. But there is actually something over here.
Hello.
There's Lakadar, and we're not even going to try talk to him, just there's pretty much, you know, nothing that you can do here. It always ends up in a fight. So yeah, he gets a couple of henchmen.
Yep, I'm gone.
And since we're going to rest, pretty much we're going to rest in a second after this fight, because we need to rest after all this travel and before this really significant fight over here. So I'm just going to use a couple of spells.
Yes,
For the group. It is done.
I really love the combat music here.
For the group. Your concern?
Alright, let's just
what? Fine.
take care of them.
Hello. I can't. I've done had enough of this.
Yes?
Let's just focus our attacks a little bit better.
I am here.
Alright. These guys are, you know, nothing special, just the Iron Throne guards.
Yes?
I guess one of their weapons broke. And that's pretty much it. Now the only thing left is to go into the Iron Throne base here. And yeah, this is going to be tough. I am not looking forward to some of these mage fights inside. This fight is very fun though. There are two mages, and just because, you know, the terrain layout again is pretty cool for us, because there's going to be some open space and we can, you know, kind of position ourselves how we want, more or less. This one shouldn't be too bad, but you know, with SCS anything can happen. Alright, now
Queer fellow.
I think what I'm going to memorize with Imoen is, I think I'm going to go with Detect Illusion for this fight. Just so we can quickly dispel, this has a pretty quick casting time, and we can quickly dispel mirror images with this. And I don't think we're going to use spells against these mages, because they're surely going to be pre-buffed by like Minor Globe and everything like that, and there's going to be two of them. So I could go with Spell Thrust, but they're probably going to have like improved invisibility on them and stuff like that. So I think what I'm going to do is just dispel their mirror images and try to use my attacks to just cut through perhaps their stone skins, but I'm not even sure if both of them have stone skin, or it's probably going to be randomized, by SCS. So I'm not sure what spells they're going to have, but we have some arrows with different effects and stuff like that. So even through stone skin, we will be able to interrupt their spells possibly if we just if they don't have these mirror images on them. So I think that's what I'm going to do with Imoen. And now Branwen, I think I'm going to like unmemorize one of these commands and memorize one more, remove fear, because these commands, I don't really have that much time to be casting these commands, and I generally like having more than one remove fear now that the possibility of horror and spells like that is on the table. Because first, like with one remove fear, you can just pre-buff before the battle, and if they remove it through like remove magic or dispel magic or something, if it gets dispelled, you can still like rebuff with another one, or this gives you just more longevity if you don't do that. And this is a very, very fast casting spell, so you can reapply it immediately. Anyway, let us cast our tricks
What you want?
and get to it. There's a big possibility of getting interrupted when it comes to resting, but I guess we're fine. I think I'm going to just rest once more just for the healing. We need to be at full health in this fight.
I've done had enough of this.
Alright, no problem.
Yes,
And we're still not fully healed.
I am here.
Alright, first there's going to be 2 guards on this bridge, and I'm going to try and charm one of them, just to give me an additional henchman in this upcoming battle. Actually, I'm just thinking how I should buff up with Senashira, because they're surely going to use remove magic. I don't want to use my really good potions before that remove magic, so I think I'm just going to use one shield here already.
Yes?
Just to have that on. It lasts for a little while. Now let's just wait a couple of seconds so her round ends, and she can immediately attempt the charm
I am here.
on this guy. And let's fight this guy. Alright, we got him. That's cool.
Your concern?
I'm going to have an additional dude in that fight, just for a little bit of a distraction.
Yes, it is done.
Alright, now there's going to be like a special group of mercenaries. There's 4 of them here. The leader, Drasus, is I think a level 10 or 11 berserker, and he has boots of speed, so he's a pretty dangerous fighter. Then next to him is going to be Genthor, who is still pretty dangerous with his throwing axes. And then there are going to be 2 mages. And notable thing about them is that actually they are almost all of them are neutral aligned. Only one of the mages is evil, so Holy Smite is not going to be too effective. And yeah, let's start with the buffs, I guess. Another great thing about remove fear is that it lasts for a really long time. I think I'm also going to summon a skeleton.
By your command.
We're probably going to buff up Senashira with a little resist fire. And now probably we're just going to bless up and chant. Oh yeah, Imoen needs to buff up with mirror images as well. Now we're going to probably equip some acid arrows, and I might give these ice arrows to Imoen.
I should have joined the army.
And I'm just trying to think if we need to do anything before the fight still. Because if she's going to have this greenstone amulet at the ready, I think. And also one more thing. We're probably going to use slight Armageddon tactics here. I think we're running a little low on these resources. And it's probably should be Branwen.
It is done.
This is good as done. Yes?
Now let's try to spread out a little bit.
You're a queer. This way. Thy Valkor's mighty blade. I'm gone.
Right, I think that's it. I think we are as prepared as we are going to be.
I should have joined the
I don't want to move these summons too close because I think I'm going to use a little bit of Armageddon tactics.
What is it? Fine.
If it was the group. Yes, indeed.
Okay, let's approach her.
Rather we just skip the small talk. I get right to the killing.
He has some pretty funny lines. Like no matter what you respond with, he says something pretty funny. But this is a pretty good one. I like this one. You want to know what I always say? Always kill the mouthy one. That's what I always say. Ha! A good saying. Alright, let's get to it. So Drasus is that Boots of Speed Berserker. What I'm going to do, I think, is cast a little Cold Lightning. I'm not going to try to abuse this, like, really fast casting Cold Lightning from this club. I might use it a little bit later, but, you know, here let's just use the normal Cold Lightning. We're going to use one Fireball on them. We're going to use one Necklace of Missiles and one Oil of Fiery Burning. I'm going to approach with Senashira, who is almost immune to fire damage, and I want to draw them attention. If they want to use Remove Magic on Senashira, then be my guest. Senashira is going to then rebuff with that Greenstone Amulet, I think, or maybe a Potion of Invulnerability. We'll see, but Senashira is going to charge in, and Koran might start shooting at Drasus, I guess, already.
I am here.
Alright, so not much happened with our Armageddon tactics. Yeah, Kisses is the evil mage, I think, and he got a little bit damaged. So they have, of course, Minor Globe, Stone Skin. They don't have protection from normal missiles, it seems. And the other guy is pretty much the same. Stone Skin, Minor Globe, Improved Invisibility. Yeah, they both have Improved Invisibility. But we don't really care about that, I think. First we need to just destroy Drasus. And after that we're going to dispel the mirror images on these mages. Oh yeah, now we can send our distractions over there. Imoen can take 2 steps back.
Yes.
He already did what he wanted to do, so keep going with your damage on Drasus, I guess, and Koran can shoot Drasus.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, remove magic on Senashira. So it's removed everything from her. So she is now going to buff up with the Greenstone Amulets so they don't do anything nasty to her. Drasus is badly damaged. Let's continue on him. Unfortunately he saved versus spell, so this Cold Lightning didn't do too much. Ganthor is doing some damage, I see. But yeah, let's continue on Drasus. And Branwen, what can you do here? You might be able to... Well, he's probably going to save against that, but maybe try to hold Ganthor, because I don't really want to deal with him right now. We need to destroy Drasus first, and then take care of the mages, like I said.
Yep, this way.
But we have to have our range damage dealers ready. Like, they have to be free of any other tasks, so Drasus needs to be dead. I think Jaheira should just use ranged attacks for now.
Yes, indeed.
Oh wow, that worked. Okay, so Domination didn't work on Senashira, of course, because she's buffed with that Greenstone Amulet.
Your concern.
Right, now we're going to dispel their mirror images, and I think he's casting something on Imoen, which is not good.
A simple matter. What such menial tasks? What you want?
Remove magic. Dude.
You've attacked?
And she was interrupted. Alright. he only has like one mirror image, so let's focus our attacks on him. Right, he
Yes,
went
indeed.
invisible,
I've done had enough of this.
so let's just focus our attacks on this dude. Alright, we were able to interrupt his spell. I really don't like this guy over here.
What is this temple for?
Alright, Greater Malison and Kiranai, it's not going to matter. Greater Malison is a spell that reduces the saving throws of the targets, so they now have, Kiranai and Jaheira have like -4 to their saving throws. Which is not really going to matter, I think, too much. Oh, he was able to renew his stuff.
Nature's servant
I'm not sure if I should... Jaheira isn't very productive anyway. Let's use her invisibility purge. Maybe we need to switch to some wands.
What fun? Back home, tough guts would
I just need to see what I can do with Imoen. Right, this looks like a hold person. Or some kind of an enchantment spell on Kiranai. I think I'm going to just... Oh, wow. Since she has her saving throws lowered so much, I think I'm going to pass over this this amulet to her, and she's going to buff herself up with this. Alright. Now let's just have our standard combo here.
Simple matter.
Yeah, chaos on Kiranai. That would have been devastating. That would have been a total... Alright, now invisibility has been dispelled.
present authority figure.
So we can actually use some single target high level spells.
What you want?
Which means, in our case, just wands. Some wands. Might try this wand of paralyzation on this guy. It's probably gonna save against that, but
You've attacked.
now you can use this one. Alright, Senashira, they casted Minor Sequencer with double Ray of Enfeeblement, which reduced Senashira's strength to 5, so she's encumbered and can't move. And for that occasion, I'm going to use one of these potions of Stone Giant Strength. That's going to give her 20 strength. And now she has 20, she can move again. And it seems like Rezdan just died because we had Koran deal the last bit of damage to him. Alright, now everyone needs to go after Kisses.
Nature's servant awaits.
Oh, actually, he's paralyzed, so that wand worked. Very nice. Very nice.
You're a
I didn't expect that. Most of the mages
Yes,
in SCS
I am here.
save against that. Although, of course, that wand comes with a powerful penalty to saving throws, but that went very, very well. I'm very satisfied with how that fight went. Anyway, so just a regular banter with Koran. So if I remember correctly, this was a decent banter. Yeah, whatever. Good story, dude.
Your
Cool story, bro.
Yes,
Anyway, let's loot these guys. They have some notable spells. Oh, and a potion of invulnerability. This is a fire shield red. This is a pretty good level 4 spell, especially since, maybe not so much in Baldur's Gate 1, but in Baldur's Gate 2, oh, you can read about it here, but in Baldur's Gate 2 it actually has an additional use, because the fire shields also block Insect Plague in SCS. They're very good spells anyway, but this is our guard henchman. Oh no, this is Drasus. The guard henchman is here. Anyway, Drasus has, of course, the Boots of Speed. 2 potions of Frost Giant Strength. Nice. I think these are pretty easy to identify, but she can't do that right now. Here's a letter from someone called Rieltar, or Rieltar. And apparently, you know, the Iron Throne was in need of Drasus's services. Just rolled off your tongue. Anyway, so his bunch of mercenaries was supposed to be stationed at the mine to guard it against us. So ultimately he failed, of course, in his job. Okay, I'm going to use these on Senashira, and look at that. Now we can zoom in and out. And Senashira just gained a ton of mobility. And she's going to be able to, you know, strike foes in melee very quickly and get to them. This is a plate +1. Nothing special. It's good for selling. Alright, so that's it for now. Now we need someone strong to carry this. And we don't need that. Don't need that. Alright, now there's a couple of buildings. I think these are supposed to be the barracks. A couple of buildings to visit. Right, Senashira doesn't have any armor class buff. So I'm going to just keep her a little bit in the back, and Jaheira is going to, of course, be in the front. Well, unless the guards want to go directly after, like, Imoen or someone. You know what, leave. Just see ya. Went out the door.
Yes, certainly.
A very good potion here. And let's have Imoen come back, and we can go upstairs, talk to a dude.
So I kicked him in the head till he was dead.
Yeah, this is such useful information. I would have never figured out where the mines are, especially since there's just only one path from these barracks further in. So, you know what? Your information is useless. You think that can, like, allow you to get away unharmed here? You gotta be kidding me.
I am here.
Loose luck, be a lady.
It is done.
Alright, some minor treasures here. There's something notable here, I think, in these chests. Like a bigger bunch of gold or something. Oh yeah, 89.
Yes, indeed.
Anyway, like I said, there's only one path from here. So, yeah, that was a really pathetic attempt at trying to save your life. Anyway, by the way, for years I didn't know that there's actually an entrance here to this little building. And you can actually go inside.
I can take Drizzt with both my arms tied behind my back.
Yeah, for sure, dude. So this guy just smokes some. I'm not sure if you smoke black lotus, but I think you do. Anyway, so
Good as done.
we're going to take care of this junkie.
Your
Actually,
consent
Senashira might join in. All right,
It is done.
boom. So just a little
Certainly.
building here, a little conversation. Like, for years I didn't know that you can actually that this is a building that you could enter. Anyway,
This would be as good as done.
so Jaheira lead on.
It is done. It's all the good. Yes. Certainly.
Alright, and here's the entrance to that mine shaft.
Certainly. It is done.
Some more guards. Oh, and you should switch to your ranged weapon if you can.
Give us victory! Your
There's
concern,
nothing in this barrel, right? Yeah.
Great peril yields great beauty.
Yes, it is done.
Alright, and now we go down the stairs and enter this elevator. And we go down to the mines. Alright, here there's a pretty funny guy.
Indeed.
I hate these flaming fist pansies. Anyway, he plays it so tough, you know. He wants to appear as a badass, and I think that's an intentional joke here. He says, like, you're those bastards who've been taking down our mining ops. Well, you've come to the wrong place, kiddos. I'm one mean son of a bitch, and I'm gonna give you a world of hurt. And he has, like, so little HP, he just dies in one hit. Boom.
Indeed.
I think that's an intentional
Your
thing.
concern?
Yeah, so here's guards, guards. Anderson speaking ill of Devorn. Wait, you're no guards. Ah, guards, guards. Yeah, Koran has some unpleasant memories.
Yes?
Anyway, here's Anderson.
Me out of this
We can listen to his story to get a little bit more of an idea of what it's like to be a slave here, I guess. And I also like to talk with this guy. Because you can say, you know, make your way to the surface and flee while there's still time. And nice. He gets away. Now we can proceed over this
So I kicked him
direction.
in the head till he was dead.
This is also pretty funny. Like, this guy has some bed problems. My wife's been complaining lately, mostly about her late night life. You see, with all the stress and trouble lately, it's taken a little starch out of my maple, if you get me meaning. So, well, you could get some more fresh air. It might be the fumes down here in the mines. It seems like it could work as a kind of bluff thing to get him out of here, but to my knowledge, I think no matter how much charisma and like reputation you have, like no matter what reaction he gets, I don't think you can like get anywhere with that conversation response. It pretty much always ends up in a fight. Anyway, here's a miner with this. Well, he's going to explain what's going on here. Shut up, you fool. Oh, no, we'll set you free. Now tell us what you know. So he tells us about that dam, or this plug, because, yeah, the plug that stops the river from flooding the mine. So there's an option, there's a way to open that plug if we get the key from the master of the mine, so we could just flood the whole operation here. He also tells us about a captive dwarf named Yeslik, and he's very important to us, because he is the last party member that's going to complete our party. Yep, we're going to rescue a dude, and he's going to replace Branwen in our party. Alright, we'll try to find the key, and then deliver the key to him,
Your concern?
so the mine can be flooded once we're done here. Alright, and now we can proceed to the next level.
Yes,
I
sir.
can talk to this guy as well. Yeah, he tells us about the plug. He's on the way to the next level, so if you're playing for the first time and like talk with everyone, you can get the idea that you should, you know, explore more and maybe check out that plug. So this is also an interesting notion, that this is the only like viable mine in the area, so, you know, it might not be that the greatest idea to flood it, but
I am
flooding it is kind of like the good thing to do. You'll see when you hear Yeslik's story here, and on the next level. Anyway, the next level is going to be kind of like a proper... this is not going to be the mines anymore, pretty much, but more like a barracks, some kind of a living quarters. And I'm just going
I am
to,
here.
I think, pre-buff Sinashira a little bit with shield. So she has that better armor class.
It is
And
done.
let's go. So yeah, there's going to be some guards here. There's going to also, this is kind of like the prison area as well, and there's going to be like a storage
Give us victory!
part to it. That was a one tough guard. Anyway, here are the prison cells. There's pretty much nothing in there. I'm just going to, you know, go a little bit further, so you can talk with these guys, but they have nothing to say. These slaves.
Your concern indeed. As you direct. Yes? To the battle!
My
Certainly.
blade will cut you down to size.
I'm not going to get away, dude.
Your concern? Yes, certainly.
There are some like bookshelves and these crates. There's absolutely nothing in it, in them. Now, there's this passage that's kind of like a zigzag here. It's trapped. And there's more trapped than this one. There's a lightning bolt trap here, and if you are unaware of these traps and you go, like on your first playthrough, for example, you go into this narrow passage and you activate that lightning bolt trap, and this lightning bolt just keeps bouncing off the walls, you're going to get absolutely destroyed. But there's kind of like a different way as well. You can go through this like, storage area, and like I said, there are crates, there's nothing in them. There's going to be a pretty funny guy here, though. He's like, hey, you're those adventurers. I give up. Please don't hurt me. I promise I won't scream. I don't want to die. Oh, please let me live. Just don't kill me. Are you gonna let me live? Are ya? Huh? Huh? And can say, just shut up. Please, shut up. I'll be good. I'll shut up. You can count on me to be as quiet as a mouse. Yes, ma'am. No sound coming from this mouth. I'm gonna shut my mouth so tight you'd have to pry it open with a crowbar. Anyway, there's a hidden door here. And it's a pretty cool idea here. That you can go and approach in a more kind of a stealthy way through this level.
For the group. It is done.
Not going through the main rooms, you know, the main entrances. Just kind of stealth around a little bit in this back passage, infested by like ghasts. Anyway, we're first going to go here. There's another secret passage.
It is done.
So here we're going to meet Rill. I think he was mentioned on the first floor. So yeah, he apparently heard some rumors and recognizes us as probably the mercenaries who've been causing the Iron Throne so much trouble. Alright, so basically the thing is with him that you can give him 100 gold to bribe the guards, and he will let all of the other slaves out of this facility. So this is important in case you want to, you know, flood the mine and not kill everyone. This is also pretty funny. I'm not giving any gold to a stupid slave. Anyway, of course we're going to give him the gold. Yeah, we're freeing slaves, we're becoming heroes. Anyway, here's Yeslik. I'm not going to talk with him just yet. There's an encounter that I want to do. And I think we're going to do this in the next episode. I think I'm going to record and upload 2 episodes at the same day here, because I want this to be like one big kind of segment, I guess, so we can watch both of those in the same day. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up here. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. There's many more exciting fights awaiting us in the next episode, and that is when I'm going to see you. Goodbye.